Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzales and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
Being total geeks out there running around.
We freaking love Airsoft.
It's fun. I didn't think I was going to be on this page, but
You're deep.
I'm so deep.
Yeah,
It's bad.
yeah. We're all bad.
You're like, dude, I'm sorry, little man. Are you okay?
I apologize probably 100 times.
He took it like a jab. He was good.
There's no better way to bring your people up that have never been involved in it than to have them around people that are comfortable and good at it.
And it's a one-on-one-ish type thing, you know, and I'm, like I said, I'm pretty open to going with the flow and like, hey, what do you guys really want to work on, you know?
Just because you live in the country.
Gives you a little more freedom. No,
I don't think you should be strapping it on at all.
no, probably not.
What platform are you using?
DuckDuckGo or something like
You
that?
use that?
Yeah, I don't use Google.
You don't? So you don't even like information.
Oh, it's almost the same.
What's up, guys? I'm Trevor O'Connor. Mike is out of town. He's taking Delilah to college. He drove her to college to Ohio. Ooh. They left yesterday. I think they arrived sometime last night or this morning. They're going to be there a couple days and he'll be back. But don't worry, Mike has not been replaced.
Not yet.
I did a podcast with Matt Sierra, the guy that got me into jiu-jitsu like 11 plus years ago. Because Mike was in California with JJ training for a fight that she had coming up. And people freaked out.
Thinking he was gone.
Because I didn't say, yeah. I didn't lead it. Mike is just not in
not
town.
gone. Not replacing nothing.
No. This is After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life, our normal life,
begins.
Life, continue. I mean, I've always had life. Can't say it really begins.
No.
Continues?
Probably.
Changes.
Just different.
I'm like a butterfly in a cocoon.
Nice. Just haven't quite turned into a beautiful
I'm gonna
butterfly
be beautiful
yet.
at some point.
We're waiting for that day.
What is the gestation period?
For you, longer than normal.
Of a caterpillar into a butterfly, because I feel like I've been waiting and waiting.
It is a neat process, though. We got cicadas at the ranch right now. They come crawling out of the ground like this little beetle and then turning into like a flying beetle. Pretty cool deal.
Yeah, they kind of look like grasshoppers on steroids.
Yeah, they're neat.
Once they come up.
They're super neat. Kind of annoying.
But they can go dormant for a long time
like
in
years.
the ground.
Yeah.
And then they all decide at once. I shaved today.
Miss a spot?
Missed a couple hairs right there.
That's going to annoy you all day.
That's going to cause a problem.
We should just start over.
Nope. Anyway, joining me today, guys, is my good friend, Jason Riley. Jason is the owner and operator and
founder and...
Are you in charge, though?
Of what?
My
own life?
Yeah.
All Out Adventures, yes.
That's pretty much the end?
That's almost it. No, and the ranch that I manage, I guess I'm the ranch manager. Everything that happens at that ranch here in Colorado.
But
I do it.
But Abby manages you managing that.
Some days. Some days I need it.
I need it pretty much every day.
I see that.
Mm-hmm. So if you have watched previous episodes and there's a short video, then you will recognize Jason. Jason and I shoot together a lot. We also airsoft a lot.
Yeah, real stuff and fake stuff.
Yeah. So we train real stuff up at a ranch that he runs, a ranch to never be named.
For sure.
Because we don't want any of you coming to see us.
It's all secret.
But great tactical shooting range there that we work through. It's a good time. And we use that in conjunction with Airsoft. I mean, yes, we play Airsoft because we're 12-year-olds.
It's a little geeky, but
it's also crossover training that costs a lot less per round.
Yeah, and it's surprisingly realistic. I can tell you, when I first started that with you, I was like, man, I don't know if I can get in on this deal. This is a little outside. It's kind of like cosplay-ish. But then, like, when you embrace the geekness side of it, you're like, this is awesome, and it's real.
When you can
Everything feels
convert it
real.
to, and it's fun, 100% fun, but when you can convert it in your mind to also being training related.
For sure.
You can say, this is a skill that I can take with me. Now, are we going to sound crazy? Yes. But in the case that the shit hits the fan, apocalypse of some kind, or
Any kind.
or like the Zelensky's
Something
come
a little
over.
bit worse than COVID.
Yeah.
Toilet paper issue.
And you have to be out there. I mean, do you want to be the person who picked up a Freedom Seed dispenser for the first time that day, or would you rather it be second nature? We choose to make it second nature.
And it becomes that way. It really does.
Yeah.
And it's interesting as everything is so relatable. All the replicas to the real deal and all that is so the same. I mean, they are replicas for a reason. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're almost 1-to-1.
And there's so many things that I've been training with real stuff for a long time, and then thinking, oh, I really like this. And then going and playing a game and doing a lot of like tactical type maneuvers.
Right.
I'm like, I don't like that anymore. Like now I need to go
I
this
liked
route.
it when it was me and a flat table and some targets that way, and I can manipulate everything I want.
Yeah. And no one's shooting back.
Right.
It changes everything. And running around with all your crap on, big deal. Like you don't train that way very often, especially most people in town that, go to a shooting range. They
don't allow that.
Stand there in their day-to-day clothes and their Crocs and shoot paper.
I do those things. And even at most ranges, especially indoor ranges where a lot of people in the suburbs go,
you'd have to.
You are not allowed to holster draw.
It's probably a big safety thing, I would imagine.
It has to go on the table.
Yeah.
Barrel
pointed down range.
That way. So you cannot go holster draw at all. So, I mean, does it help with shooting? Yes. Does it help when the shit hits the fan or that oh shit moment happens? No, not at all. Because if you can't get to it, or you're fumbling around, you grab your shirt and your handle. I mean, there's so many things that happen that if you don't train it, so it's just second nature.
Yeah, and then having that little adrenaline kick,
Yes.
You can do everything when you're nice and calm and cool and collected, and then you put something else happening, you're trying to run and move, and crap is actually something bad is happening or something stressful is happening, it changes everything.
Right.
I mean, even on the beeper, we have like that beep timer at the ranch, and as soon as that goes off, I mean, you're just the anticipation of that beep, and that's all that is. It's not even a gunshot from somebody else.
I'm telling you,
or anything.
I still have anxiety of the beep.
But that's good.
It's
gotta get that too.
The beeper's set on a random start time. So you can put it on yourself and hit start, and you don't know when it's going to beep, or your partner can just hold it. And when they hit it, it doesn't mean it's going to beep right then. It means it's going to beep soon.
It's going to beep soon. I think it's within like 10 seconds.
Yeah, and then, I mean, just to work on your draw, or just to work on that being a catalyst to something that starts an event that you need to be fully engaged in and aware.
Right.
A few weeks back, we did work on something that we both talked about a little bit, and that was we had been shooting moving forward on the range a lot.
I've been working on this theory for a while, a little bit with Justin, our mutual friend Justin, and everything it seems like that I watch online, which I'm not saying that's not good information. All information is great information. Right. But what's more practical on a day-to-day, especially with a skill that is so perishable? I mean, people are not training,
right?
And they can't train. I'm not saying you have to do this or you should be. I mean,
well,
do
most
as much
people
as you
don't
can.
live on a ranch that has.
They can do this on a day-to-day, right? So if that's the case, train with what is probably realistic in your life,
right?
And that is generally not going to be chasing down a bad guy to go try to dispatch somebody or whatever, like a military style.
If the bad guy's running,
Yeah. Great.
Mission over.
It's all done. I could go my other way.
Good, yeah.
But yes, the whole theory is to be moving away from
I'm
a bad
standing
situation.
here. I don't realize that you have bad intentions until we're this close.
And now what?
Now, obviously, I have to defend myself or dispatch of the danger, but I'm not going forward. I'm not chasing you down.
No.
But then how many people do you have with you there that I don't know? How many people are now not friendly behind me and I need to get to my car that's that way?
Who knows?
You got to be able
and
to
is
work.
it still likely of a situation? Probably not. But it's more likely than doing full-blown military tactical CQB, moving through
Clearing a house,
whatever. You know, that's not even legal, I guess, in a day-to-day situation. Be moving towards a threat.
No.
You know, if that threat is far enough away, that doesn't seem like a threat anymore. I mean, there's that weird line. I'm well aware, but yes, either way, I'm not going to be running towards a bad guy probably in my life unless it's a very unique situation. Therefore, I'm going to be trying to run away, trying to get myself out, try to get my family out.
Yeah, I'm going to safety.
And what does that look like? I mean, is it turning around and just hauling butt?
Maybe.
But
I mean, that is an option, and sometimes it's the only option.
It might be.
But you need to be able to have enough discernment to assess the entire situation and go, is me turning and running just making me a target there, and there?
All the way back to safety, wherever safety is.
Or am I going to move backwards and laterally to cover situations to reassess and move?
So you can kind of keep an eye back in the direction that something bad was happening and, you know, keep aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
So, and just moving with a firearm already is hard enough.
And that is probably the one skill that is trained the absolute least. Because everybody will go to a range, even if you go to an outdoor range. There's a beautiful outdoor range up in Alt where Jam, who also does a podcast with our network, he teaches defensive shooting and CCW classes out of
you've helped him before.
Great Guns, yeah, it's Great Guns up in Alt, a beautiful outdoor range. But guess what? You don't get to do
move.
There's a table and an awning that you stand under, and your targets are there. And if anybody's moving in front of that, it's a cold range. Everything has to be unloaded and placed in a safe spot for good measure.
For good reason, probably.
But there's no opportunity there to move and shoot. And I don't know about you, but if I'm in a situation where shooting's going on, I don't know that when it starts off, if I'm in a place where I just want to stand.
Probably not. Think as thin as possible.
I'm dead. There's no thin. But if you have the opportunity, and most people don't possess the opportunity to go and shoot somewhere where, and there's been videos on the channel, and there's videos on my TikTok and Instagram that I put up from shooting out at your place where sometimes we're just walking. Just walk and shoot. Just walk and shoot.
Trying to be calm and
because you're using your neuropaths in your brain differently.
Yeah.
You know, don't walk, stop, shoot.
It's like the whole like pat your belly and like rub your head type thing.
I'm not doing that today.
Can't do that either.
No. But if you get the opportunity to walk and shoot, it's a great training thing. And then if you get an opportunity to kind of set up a course that you want to move faster through, that's even better where you're move. And then you can also work backwards. Where can you do that if you don't have a tactical range?
Other than the closest thing you can do to that is airsoft.
Airsoft.
Yeah. As long as you're going into airsoft with this in mind.
Right.
And not that you have to do this the entire time, but if even you and I, we'll play a game. We'll say, okay, the first game we're gonna try to do a real, like as serious as we can. We're gonna try to do real maneuvers, try to make this right. And then the next game we're like, let's just shoot people.
Let's go. Yeah. I mean, you got to mix it up. You got to have fun.
Sure.
But even when we're having fun, based on the training that we work on with each other and the group of guys that we work with, it still is tactically sound.
And still manipulating a firearm or manipulating something like a firearm in a tactical manner, like hiding behind something and leaning. I mean, that's for a lot of people, that's hard.
How much of me can I stick out there?
Yeah. And sitting in a weird position behind a weird barrel, leaning out, I'm not very dang accurate, number one. And then you just where do I put my hands? Where do I put this? Where do I lean my face? And Just all this stuff you don't realize until you do something like that.
The least amount of me accessible to someone seeing and possibly
you're not getting
shooting back.
BBs in the face.
I mean, there's so much that goes into it, but then when you do that so often, it doesn't matter if it's real steel or airsoft, it just becomes second nature.
Right.
But we like to say that because then it makes it sound like we're not nerds.
Just being total geeks out there running around.
We freaking love airsoft.
It's fun. I didn't think I was going to be on this page, but
you're deep.
I'm so deep.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. We're all bad.
That's what makes it fun.
Justin might be the most responsible one of us all.
Good for him. He'll get there. No, he's doing all kinds of other stuff that we're not doing.
He's doing building.
And that's another whole side of it.
For him, I love his mentality, and I wish I could live by his mentality. And that is like the baby step. Like I'm going to buy not entry level, but like mid range.
Just kind of start out.
And I'm going to use that until it's just not enough for what I'm doing. And then I'll move up a little bit. And then we went, oh yeah, I like this.
Or actually probably more down slope, not up.
Oh, expenses went this way.
I did the same thing. I went the first time I played with my brother and my nephew, and I'm like, I'm just going to rent a gun. That day, I drove to the shop and I'm like, okay, let's build a full custom
Let's
deal.
go. I need the right gun now.
All right, I'm done. That was enough trial error. I had one day. I'm a professional. I want the real stuff.
Well, and then I mean, it's hard. You go the first day and you rent, and the rental is not. It's their entry level as it gets. That gun is not doing a lot.
No,
it's still fun.
Still fun.
And then when you start to get a crew that plays together all the time and can work together,
makes it more fun.
And then everybody gets decent gear.
It just adds different aspects, just like anything.
And now we're looking,
any hobby is all the same.
Now we're looking at some private games on land that's more milsim, which is really kind of in our vein. This is what we want to do.
It'd be fun.
Probably I don't know about you, but my biggest gripe always about airsoft is I want to go tactic versus tactic.
Right.
You know, I want like a 5-man team versus a 5-man team. I don't want a 15-man team of 7 middle schoolers, 5 of their dads, and then 3 of us that want to move operationally through something against a bunch of speed softers who are just going to run and know that they're getting shot the whole time.
Do you?
Yeah.
But
So that's frustrating.
It is a very interesting group of people. I mean, you got little bitty kids, spectrum. And then you got guys who are older than us out there running around.
Older than you.
Okay. Either way, older. But it's really interesting how many different people are out there, you know. And then the different kind of like the, I don't know, cultures or the different, you know, between speed soft and then like, you
full
know,
milsim.
Yeah. And then the rentals, we call them, or they even call themselves. Some little kids are like, oh yeah, we're just rentals.
We're rentals. Okay.
Cool, dude. Let's go.
You do you.
But some of them are pretty hardcore. Those 2 kids and their dad, they were pretty hardcore yesterday.
I should probably send that kid a gift card.
Oh, the one you shot him so close.
That was your fault.
I was being a little pushy, but you pulled the trigger, buddy. If you didn't know, he shot this kid at like
5 feet.
5 feet, coming around a corner and like right in the collarbone. And the kid was like this tall. Like he was tiny.
We were almost the same height.
Okay. Well, he was really little. He's really young, man. How about that? He took it like a champ, though, because you HPA'd him at high pressure air, by the way.
Yeah, right
right in the collarbone or whatever.
Right here.
Good thing it wasn't like right in the jugular. That would have been horrible. Wasn't there a movie like he takes a tranquilizer to the dude? You just took that to the jugular.
It was just like a perfect situation.
Perfectly wrong.
Well, you had come around that same area and you got shot. So you had just
probably
called your hit and walked out. And then right after that, he came around. So I thought it was the guy that had shot you. Thought he had clear space to work. So right as he popped around the corner,
and he was hustling too. I know because I glanced back. That's right. I glanced. Yeah. He was hustling to try to get back to respawn. So he's kind of moving quickly, and you were already probably a little on edge.
Well, because you just got shot through the cover.
From a weird way.
Yeah, you were over in. Like there was a wall between us, a doorway and a doorway,
right.
And you were here, and so someone shot you from an angle that they couldn't see me, which means if they shot you. They thought they had free passage through there.
Okay.
And so when you got shot and you started to go back and he came through, I truly thought
that was him.
I was like, oh, retribution.
Done now, buddy. And you're like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, little man. Are you okay?
I apologized probably 100 times.
He took it like a champ. He was good.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't really say nothing. What else are you gonna say?
He like waved his hand like I don't like you. Like
I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
No.
I felt bad.
It's all right. I know.
But
it
happens.
Is what
it is. I didn't shoot anybody in the face. You did.
That was bad. That's the closest I've been into a fight in 30 years. Maybe even ever.
Yeah. That guy was just dumb. So there's a guy that's playing at the fields, and he is also renting.
Yeah. Supposedly his first time.
First time ever playing.
Supposedly.
But they give you the rules, and they give you the breakdown, and they tell you, as an adult over 18, you don't have to wear a lower face shield or
mask
protection.
Or something, yeah.
They highly recommend it.
You should.
Your teeth are expensive.
Yeah,
and they'll get knocked out.
They say, they'll break your teeth.
Yeah, they'll break your tooth. But this guy had goggles, a baseball hat, and a T-shirt.
I think it was a hoodie,
or it was a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
And how he hadn't got his face peppered before, because he was not good, and he was like prairie dogging
behind a stump.
The one thing that would hurt the most to get shot is the one thing he was showing, popping up and looking. And you just laced it. It was like 4 or 5 shots to his face.
I put them all on.
Yeah.
It was awesome shooting on my part. And it was a reaction. Like I said, he popped up like a prairie dog.
Boom, boom, boom.
And I was just like, Burp, and I moved to the next room. And I didn't even look to see if I hit. I just moved to the next room and was going. But yeah, I've never seen
the best part about
blood on somebody's face. Oh my, he was bleeding out of everywhere. I mean, it was bad.
No, but the best thing is, we were on opposite teams, and the referee for the game said, "Hey, would you two mind
splitting up?
No, switching teams and going and helping the other team."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, sure. No problem. We'll go over there." And as we get over there and we're flipping our patches to the other color, there's the guy that you shot. We're joining his team.
Yes,
and he was.
And I just let him out. And at first I saw his face and I was like, "Ooh, dude. Dang, man, you took some crap." And he's like, "Yeah, mother effer." He's like, "This is all from you." And at first, the way he said it, I thought he was just kind of like joking, like, "Hey, man, jerk, you shot me in the face."
Asshole, you shot me in the face.
You know, I was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, dude. That looks like it's horrible." And then he's like, you could see him like shaking, like his eyes started like getting big. And I was like, "Oh, crap." And I even asked him, I'm like, "Dude, you're seriously mad I shot you in the face?" Like, and he's like, "Yeah."
And then he starts telling us some life story that there's
this
no
is
way.
My first time.
And I just had nasal surgery and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, at this point, he started to get a little aggressive with you. And so I was like, dude, A, for one, we would have no idea that any of that ever happened. B, why would you come out here without a fucking mask on?
It was my first time. Well, read the room. Every single dude out here, I think, but like maybe 1 or 2, they're really, really good.
Something.
Yeah, wear something over their face. But read the room. Like, and it says on the board, "Hey, you're probably gonna get your teeth shot out if you don't have a mask on."
Right.
Like, come on, man. You can't. If you want to suck it up, dude.
If you're that tough, fucking A.
Good for you, buddy. I'm not.
I can tell you I'm not that tough.
Apparently he wasn't either, but it would look bad. The blood dripping off his like nose and like down. Oh,
he got puffy chested as hell though, huh?
If he would have said, "I should have had a mask, dude, you lit me up," I've been like, "Crap, man,
dude,
I'm sorry, dude." Like,
hey,
let's. You want me to call a ref for you? You want me to like get you someone like clean this up? Do we need to pop some BBs out of your face? Like, what? I would have been totally different,
right?
You know, but to come at me and like, "Hey, this is all your fault,"
and he wanted to fight,
and like bowing up or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a whole different story," and it's
this is a different world, like
way outside my comfort zone.
Here?
I'm like, I can't believe this is going down at a Airsoft game.
I just laughed at him.
Yeah, you're different. And you like to fight. I was like, hey man, I'll give you a mask.
I'll give you a mask. Everything's cool.
Yeah, I'll give you a mask. You can keep playing. Like,
and I'm like, quit running your fucking mouth.
Trevor's like, no, buddy. Like, is this how you want this to go down? Is this how you want this to happen? The guy ended up leaving. I was flat out gonna give him a mask. I said I would.
We have two. I have two. You have two.
I got about 8 of them that I don't like.
In our kits. I know I have at least 2.
I would have given him one and be like, hey man, sorry I'm sure that sucked.
If you ever here's one for the rest of the day, but if you ever come back, keep this and
yeah, you can have it.
Yeah, just do you.
But big picture, man, I made some good shots.
And he rage quit. He rage quit the day.
Yeah, he was gone. Yeah, he packed up his crap and left.
Yeah, because when we went out, we were going to kind of seek him out, see if he wanted a mask or see if he
cooled down a little bit. Yeah,
give him the space to calm down.
And I'm sure it hurt, right? I mean, I'm sure it sucked. I'm sure he was aggravated about himself, and I'm sure there was a lot of that going on. But you can't be picking a fight, and you gotta know it at some point. You're like, hey man, I did this to myself. I did not have the right crap.
Well,
and I can't be starting a fight over getting shot, which we're here to do.
We're here to shoot each other.
That's it.
If you go through an entire day at Airsoft and don't get shot,
oh my gosh,
you didn't play.
Then you're camping out
you're
back in respawn.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Like I did real bail for a long time. I've dealt with a lot of guys that are in and out of jail.
Yeah, see that kind of look.
And I knew exactly the read. It's a guy that had done some time. And his only way to not get beat up or have problems was always to like just get real loud and real big chested,
right?
Because then people will think you can fight and back down. And that's what he wanted. And that's exactly the look that came from him. And I was like, you picked the wrong day, dude. Right. Like, this is not good for you.
And it probably would have. I mean, I wasn't necessarily going to back down. I was just trying to defuse. I'm like, hey man, sorry you got shot in the face. Let's fix this. How do we fix this?
I saw you trying to be a good citizen about it, and I saw that he was. So I was just like, dude,
he was not on that page.
Whatever you want, we could do it however you want. I don't care. Like, it's to me, it's like asking me if I want chicken wings or a steak.
It's all good.
Whichever way you want to go. Like, we can shake hands, and I can give you a mask. Like, I can be your best friend, or you could bleed some more.
You're such a tough guy.
No, it's not even that. I don't.
Just kidding.
I never start a fight.
No,
I'm never aggressive in any way
you
whatsoever.
You were not. And you were not poking the bear either. You're just like, hey man, is this what you want to do? Like, where are you at? Like, think about this for a second.
Yeah.
So
it's
you were not pushing it.
I'm not that guy. Like, I do not start fights.
For sure.
I do not act aggressive in any way. But I'm also the guy that's not going to allow you to bulldoze someone or to act out in a way that is trying to demean or belittle someone that's with me. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, at all. 0 times.
I can see that.
Yeah. Most people don't understand it until they see it in person. They're like,
oh. That's where you're at.
Oh, he's there. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's still fun.
We're mostly here to talk about your cool shit, not
off track. That's still cool stuff.
Weird nerds playing Airsoft. But I will say, keep an eye out, because over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a new channel called The All Out Boys, in which we're going to put a bunch of our stuff on. It'll probably be some Real Steel stuff, mostly Airsoft stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to podcast me, you, Scott, and at least one of the other guys on rotation.
Yeah.
And Scott is Jason's brother. We keep him around because we get tax credits for having him.
He's a total goof.
No, he's great. But the All Out Boys kind of came from your company, All Out Adventures, because you do, with All Out Adventures, you do hog hunts in Texas. Mm-hmm. You do bird hunts here, bird hunts in Nebraska.
Working on that, yeah.
And then
soon, hopefully,
a fishing cabin in Michigan. Yeah. So it's like all the guy shit, like all the cool guy stuff, if you want to do it.
Yeah.
But another big piece of what Jason does with All Out Adventures is, and we're trying to think of the way to describe it, or kind of the tagline for it, or the marketing for it, but it's basically guys' weekends.
Right.
Now, if you and a group of friends have, you have 4 or 5 buddies, you have to be 20 to have 4 or 5 friends, I think, because after 30, you have like 2 or 3.
They go down dramatically.
Yeah. But if you
start picking your friends better.
Like if you have a group of friends, and let's say I mean, you live in the suburbs, you know, mostly you want to do some fun stuff, but it's not, you don't live out in the country. You're not doing a bunch of hunting. You're not doing a bunch of fishing, but you want to do some manly shit. Like you want to do some cool guy stuff.
Yeah. It's just like the shooting thing. It's like access, lack of access.
You book a guy's weekend
right.
with All Out Adventures. And it can be a multitude of things, but we'll go down probably to Texas.
Yeah. That's the best place for all of this.
Where the hog hunting ranch is. And it's not just go down there and hunt hogs. It's let's talk about some, let's build some tactics for firearms. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about stripping and cleaning and putting your firearm back together the right way. Fixing problems on the go where there's not your buddy that runs the gun shop down the street just ready to help you out at a moment's notice. Trying to sell you
something.
Learn how to take your stuff and deal with it and I mean, there's nothing cooler than a long weekend with the guys. There's not a bunch of showering going on. There's not a bunch of, you know, you're not at a 5-star restaurant. You're just roughing it with the guys, having a good time. But then you go hunt.
Yeah.
You knock down some hogs. Then you learn to process.
We can do that. Yeah. There's a bunch of different things we can do.
And then you can eat what you shot, right?
Yeah.
Like the next day you're eating.
Instantly. In fact, that's actually one of the coolest things. We were on our way back to camp. Everyone's already at camp. I was picking up the last hunter. And on the way through, right by the fence by camp, there's a pig right there. And I'm like, oh, dude, there's a pig right here. I said, smoke that sucker.
Let's go.
And it's literally like 50 yards away from where everyone's at camp. Boom! And I guess it scared the crap out of everybody. And they all come like, holy smokes, what's going on over there?
They were running towards danger?
Well, they were like looking around. And so I picked this pig up. He wasn't super big, but I picked him up, like threw him over this fence into camp or whatever. And the pig is like kicking still. And like, it's pretty.
He's not quite.
Yeah. I mean, he's nerves and stuff. It's super fresh.
Yeah.
And I literally, they had the fire pit going over mesquite, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
It's on.
So I slide the thing right to the fire pit, take my knife out, right down his back, pull a back strap out, and the meat is twitching. And I throw that sucker right on the thing, and I said, that's fresh.
There we go.
That is no supermarket crap, buddy, right there. And they're
you
like,
skipped every step.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
And it legitimately is awesome. And that, I won't get on the rant, but just because I mentioned that, I don't know where in the world this got into play that people think that wild hog meat is horrible and you shouldn't eat it. It is the most ridiculous thing ever. We've been doing it for 20
kind of meat is bad?
Something years. That's pretty much how I fed my family, and it is not that way. But anyway, I tried proving this point a lot. But anyway, I hear this all the time. Oh, you can't eat those things.
If there's meat, I'm coming to the barbecue.
It's so
I don't
good.
care what you're cooking.
And it's on campfire over mesquite. It's so much even better. But anyway, but yes, we can do a lot of things. So I have some package style deals.
Right.
But dude, I'm super open. We can do a whole weekend where we just go hunt the first night. The next day, we just clean everybody's stuff. I'll show you how to cut it up. You know, hey, you want hamburger out of this? You want steaks? You want pork chops or whatever? You know, roasts, you know, and then how do we package it? I can vacuum seal it. We can, you know, wrap it up in paper, and then I'll show you how to cook it. And then we'll cook it that same day and try it a couple different ways and be like, hey, man, this just to show you how good this is.
Right.
Let's do it like this, you know, and then, you know, we can do that whole deal, or we can do a gun range day. And, you know, what's interesting, a lot of people like is that they kind of get into the whole AR thing or whatever, and they don't know what they want. So when I can bring out multitude of them, be like, hey, this one's different like setups. This one's like that, this one's like that, and then I can take it to the range, and they can take that same thing and go try it out for a magazine worth or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, oh, dude, I like this, but I don't like this. Okay, cool. Well, then try this
one, yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, they're like, oh, dude, I'm ready. I feel comfortable. I know I want this, and I know I want that. So you're not buying 20 different things.
Which is the other side of this coin is, if you are going to get into, you know, the firearms world in that way, there is nothing worse than buying 6 of them to figure out which one you like.
So, yeah, this just bypasses a bunch of that. Yeah. And then you know, everyone's got an opinion, and I'm not saying mine's right on a lot of that stuff, but I have a lot of information to back it up. Like, okay, I like this one because of this.
Right.
You know, I don't like this because of that. Now, could that be completely different for somebody else? Sure.
Yeah. Is it your bias? Maybe. But
at least
it's
it's
your
information.
Through
and I'm not
research.
regurgitating someone's crap that I heard on TikTok or whatever about, oh man, this is the best one. No, I put it in my hand and I've ran with it.
You and I run completely different setups.
Yeah. Yeah. You hate those mag pouches, and I switched everything to those mag pouches.
Well, even
our vests,
even our real steel ARs, we run completely different setups.
Yeah. And that's
they do
fine,
the same thing, but completely different.
And that's what I like to show people the options.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I don't really care what you run, but try it all out. And one thing that I noticed a lot of guys, because they're used to shooting off of a bench and that's it. I'm like, hey, if you want this to potentially do something else with it, move with that same gun and see what it's like. Or
can you throw it on a sling?
Yeah, and run around with it and then throw it up and like get on target.
Yeah,
nope. Most of the time, no. They're like searching for.
If you can't acquire a target while moving, then it's not like you need to find a different configuration.
For sure.
Maybe you don't need a 20-inch barrel.
Whatever.
Maybe it's.
But at least try it out. You So anyway,
there's so many things, and I mean it's with anything, pistols,
with everything.
ARs, any type of thing like that. If you have the access to go and try a multitude of things from guys that use them for the purpose instead of the guy that at the
just
gun shop
to the range.
That's like what you want is this because me and all my friends buy this.
This is what we use, and they're getting a better sale on it or something like that.
Right, or it's just because one of their buddies was the first one to get a gun and go to the neighborhood indoor range. Then everybody has to get the same gun as him because
people like to jump on the train,
Yeah. Oh, Jason got one of them there Glocks.
I don't even own one. A lot of Glock style.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No,
but so that's part of what we do as well.
It's amazing.
Do some shooting stuff. We can do like a pistol training, and I can pretty well, fit whatever group. And the only problem that gets to be tough is like if you have a couple guys in the group that are like, hey man, I've never even really shot a gun.
Never picked a gun.
And then you have a couple guys that are like, yeah, we're ex-Marines and da. And you're like, oh crap. How do you help these guys out when these people are here and these people are here?
What you hope is they all came as a group.
They do. Yeah, they do. And you're like, okay, well, you
guys know what you brought. So we're going to work together here.
We got to start at the bottom here and work our way up. We can't start at the top and let these guys try to figure it out.
But there's no better way to bring your people up that have never been involved in it than to have them around people that are comfortable and good at it.
And it's a one-on-one-ish type thing, and I'm, like I said, I'm pretty open to going with the flow and like, hey, what do you guys really want to work on? Do you want to work on this? Do you want to work on that? And then like trying to get something that makes sense for you guys and your group. A few guys were, like, hey man, I don't really carry. I have one in the house. Okay, well where? Well, it's in my drawer. I'm like, okay, so let's reenact that. Like, let's see what that looks like. Scenario. Yeah, here you go. So I'm gonna put this.
You're sitting on the couch right now in your living room.
Now go.
And when I start banging on your door, I'm going to be inside your house in 3 seconds.
Yeah. How's this going to work? So just, it's more showing people. And do you. At the end of the day, I'm like, hey man, if that's what you want to do at the end of the day,
if that's what gives you peace, if just owning it gives you the peace of mind, then I guess that's okay.
Yeah. But at least I want you to understand.
I personally know that I don't want to have to cross the path of the guy coming in to get up to.
I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah. Or other than behind something.
It's right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Not everybody's going to carry all the time.
No. And it is weird. I don't carry in the house that often. It might be on me from the day or whatever, but I guess, even walking around and, my underbritches or whatever, I don't really have much room to
filster. You need the filster.
Strap it on.
Hey, just because you live in the country,
gives you a little more freedom. No,
I don't think you should be strapping it on at all.
No, probably not.
But Jam, who I talked about before, he teaches defensive shooter classes. I assist him in those classes on occasion. And one thing that he talks about often is how comfortable are you getting to your firearm? Right. Understanding what you have. Do you have kids in your house? Do you have a spouse in your house? Is it just you? These are all factors that change
everything.
How things go.
And where things are.
His big thing is weigh out where are you spending the most amount of time? And does that place have access for you to defend your house?
Right.
Now, some people are like, I keep the gun in a safe
downstairs in the basement,
in a drawer, and I keep the ammo
somewhere else
upstairs in the spare bedroom closet, and I keep my magazines in my drawer in my closet in the master bedroom.
That's
okay, so you don't have a gun.
Yeah, you're not, and that's fine. If you don't have intentions on using it, then that's fine.
The farther apart they are, the better. Then
that's fine.
Yeah, But if it's there for personal protection or home security, I mean, you got to come up with a plan. I mean, there has to be something.
And I do try to work those into my like seminars, for lack of a better word, or whatever, training sessions that, hey, where do you have it? Okay, let's work that out from here. I like to keep mine here and like this, or I keep my magazine out there on the same thing or whatever, but they're side by side. I'll have them laid down on the table, set it on the table, exactly how it is.
That's how
this is how you start all day.
Yes.
And then just show them, and then generally halfway through, they're like, hey, I don't want to keep it like this anymore. Okay.
Especially if you're running them on the friggin' beeper.
Trying to fumble, trying to get your magazine.
Well, if I'm standing there and you beep and I'm 0.7 seconds to draw and fire.
Which is still pretty good. It's under a second.
And then you have them standing there next to the table and you beep, and now they've got to pick up both pieces, get them together, rack around, and get a shot
Now
off.
you're a minute and a half into that thing.
Now you and 3 friends are working on a Rubik's Cube at some point.
Yeah. It gets to be a lot.
Yeah.
And then you add any type of, adrenaline to that and just makes everything so much harder.
Oh, yeah.
So much harder.
It's crazy how fast the small motor skills, the fine motor skills go away.
Yeah.
When you're hit with that adrenaline shock.
And it's amazing how much muscle memory comes into play.
Right.
And that's where that whole perishable thing also hits hard.
Right.
If you're not building this absolute muscle memory, which a lot of the stuff you can do at home with nothing in, and you can be working on a lot of this stuff.
You can draw.
That is great form. But that goes back to, a lot of people, guys, whatever, just don't want to put in the time, you gotta put in the work, whatever it is.
10 minutes a day.
Makes you better than most people, times a week. Say. Isn't it like
10 minutes
like
a day
makes you better than 90% of the people after X amount of time, like in a year or something like that? I think that's true.
Simple things, like if you're going to carry, if you have your CCW and you're going to carry, where you carry appendix, okay. Your clothes are not the same every single day. What you're wearing is not the same every single day when you leave the house. So if you're going to appendix carry, the right thing in making sure that you are on task and on point would be like 5 draws with what you're wearing, because you got to clear the garment. You got to get to it. I mean, if I'm wearing a hoodie, it's different than when I'm wearing a t-shirt. If it's winter and I'm wearing a jacket over top of it,
then you got a lot.
Can I get there? It's not hard. It takes a couple minutes. Just work
a day.
A couple draws. Oh, okay. I'm comfortable. I feel good. And then, I mean, there's so many things on the market right now. You can do it with nothing, or you can get like the Vanish or the, the Mantis. There's so many little things that you can get.
Like the laser shooting systems.
Right. Where you can set something up at, it's 21 feet, maybe 7 yards.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever away. And spend 5 to 10 minutes a day, just draw.
Yeah, pick a doorknob.
Draw fire. Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to go laser fire, just making sure you can get on target with it.
Just watching sights and pulling the trigger and see if those sights move off the whatever the object it is you're looking at. Makes a big difference.
Sure.
So anyway, that's another part of what we do. At that ranch.
I'll keep us on
track.
No, you'll keep us on track.
I'll keep us on track.
I'll keep us on tangent all day long. But yeah, it's All Out Adventures, alloutadventuresusa.com. The biggest piece of it is word of mouth. You can find Jason on Instagram, All Out Adventures.
Now Facebook, Instagram, and now
TikTok.
Recently TikTok.
You're a
oh
TikToker.
My gosh.
What
a whole new world. I've been trying to I keep hearing the stories, my brother Scott or whatever. He'd be like, dude, I went to go to the restroom And I got on TikTok.
30
Next thing you know, it was an hour later. He's like, dang it, I've wasted an hour of my life. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that. There's no way I can start that program.
Well, my legs are numb, so I might as well stay.
I might as well just keep going, keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that my TikTok now is so clean. Because I've been very specific about what I watch.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I like scroll really fast. And now like every time it's like everything I want to look at with no jump.
It's all the stuff
it
you
is
like.
so good.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to I'm gonna see how long I can keep it clean.
Be careful because you'll end up like me, where you start to get this like addiction to the 5-part stories about someone's drama.
And you like rabbit hole down in no man's land.
And I'm like, where's part 2?
What's next? Show me something else.
So I will get stuck in one of those holes, and Kristen will come by and she's like, what
are you doing?
Are you doing?
Why are you watching
I'm
that?
like, it's part 3. I got to get to the end. She's like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's what it takes.
She doesn't get trapped in them as much as I do. No. She has a whole different TikTok than me.
Right. Oh, it's really interesting, people's feed and all that kind of stuff and what, they're interested in. It's really interesting what people are interested in. Like, you'll get on these things that like you're watching a video and you're like, that is interesting. Like, but it's
I never thought I would ever think about that.
But why? Yeah, there's one. I think it's a podcast. I think he's a comedian and he like does it with his daughter. Or he has the podcast with his daughter and he says a lot of things like slang from the 90s and whatever.
Talissa Smalley and her dad.
Wouldn't even know.
He's a comedian, bald guy.
Yeah.
He's a comedian, like a pretty decent touring comedian.
It's so funnily interesting, and it's really, I don't know. I get stuck into watching that on Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, man, that is super funny.
Just watching the conversation between
and the light bulb moments. She's like,
a guy our age and a daughter, and trading back and forth what pop culture it was for us and what pop culture is for them.
Yeah. What does this word mean to you? And she's like, oh, this. And like totally, like, no, not even remotely, but very entertaining. Yeah. So good for them.
I had a conversation with my daughter, Autumn. It was probably been a year and a half, 2 years ago. And for me, if I want you to go on the internet and find information, I will say, hey, can you
look this up
or Google this?
Okay.
Hey, can you Google whatever? Her generation calls it search it up.
Okay.
Hey, let's find a restaurant. Is there any
search it up?
Is there any Thai restaurants around here? Well, I'll search it up.
Huh?
Or we're gonna search. I'm like, you mean you're gonna Google it?
Well, it doesn't have to be on Google, I guess. Maybe that's where search it up comes from because you're using other platforms.
What platform are you using?
DuckDuckGo or something like that.
You use that?
Yeah, I don't use Google.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
So you don't even like information?
No, it's almost the same.
Almost.
There are some things where Google's definitely way better.
Strap-ons, almost like a real penis. Almost.
But no, I
search it up.
Search it up. Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess
we had probably an hour-long conversation about different things. Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, this is not that far out. You're like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right. But we had a conversation. It was probably an hour long, just about like listening to her talk to her friends, and I had no idea what a lot of it was. And that was before like the skibbity riz, toilet water, whatever slang is going on, no cap. This was before that. It was like,
I don't know any of that either.
It was a more intelligent version of slang, I think. The new slang,
not so much.
It doesn't even make sense. Like you can't connect the dots. I couldn't just give you a phrase and you'd be like, oh yeah, I could work this out.
Right, like search it up. I can
you could work that out. Right, that's her generation. Search it up. You're like, oh, okay, I can get from A to B on that. But some of the things they say now, you're like, if I gave you the phrase, if I was just like,
I've seen other videos like this, and I'm not very good at this game.
And you're, I have no I don't have enough context because I want to logically work through the problem, and there's no logic to the problem. Right.
Yeah, it's just too far out there.
Like that dude's so Ohio, like completely.
I wouldn't
toilet or dog water, dude.
Dirty, I guess. Huh? I don't know.
He has no riz.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say a bunch of words, and I'm like, did that person have a stroke? They're not making.
And why?
They're not making sense. Like,
why come up with new stuff?
are they just saying random words? Is there a problem? Is there a problem?
What's wrong with the original word? You know, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I could see that. I have a buddy of mine that's a dog trainer. And he got me into this little puppy and whatever. And this is little Rudy. He's this little cocker field cocker spaniel. But anyway, he's got like curly ears and this little tiny, drop kit jog.
If you gave Rudy a voice, it would be hello, how are you? Hey, what do you guys want to do? You want to run over here? Let's run over there.
Yes, he is super adorable. He's very cute. He's tiny. Right?
My wife tries to steal him every time we're there.
Yeah,
she's
pretty
real
common.
She's real close to try to getting Rudy in the car.
He's just too cute. But anyway, this guy, he uses the word savage all the time. And he's like, oh man, this dog is freaking savage. And at first I was like, I mean, I can make sense of it, but that's an interesting word, especially when I'm putting it.
Savage are we working on?
Right. I think he's just like hardcore.
Right, this thing is 10 out of 10.
Yeah. He's just like, he's mean. He's not mean. He's just like aggressive, and he's just a savage. He just doesn't care.
It.
Just gets
on
it.
task.
Yes, that type. But anyway, it's like there's so many other words, but that word is super fun. So I've been actually incorporating because I'm like, oh, that does kind of describe, but it's funny because Rudy's this little tiny thing.
He's not
like,
savage.
He's like, oh man, he's going to be so savage, And I'm like, oh, he's so little and cute.
I don't know how savage is going to get to him, but we'll see.
Yeah, when I do put him out and like doing like sporting dog stuff with him and birds and whatnot, like he does turn he turns into a different kind of dog, which is super cool.
The only Rudy I've known is the one that I'm holding and petting his belly and telling him how amazing,
how cute he is,
beautiful and cute and loving he is. Because when I come to your house and you open the door, he just runs to you with such joy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God, I love this dog. Don't ever say a mean thing to this dog in your life. And then yesterday I saw a video you put up on TikTok, and you'd been working with Rudy. It's not like
a lot.
It's not like just woke up one morning.
Oh yeah, you've
been putting in time every day. But you put up a video yesterday where it was the first time you put it all together where Rudy flushed the bird out, popped, you shot over Rudy. Rudy followed the bird to the ground.
Yeah.
Retrieved and
like
eventually
a full
brought it
scenario.
back. Yeah.
But like a bunch of little steps, and yesterday was the first day at like 14 weeks, which
he's only 14 weeks old.
Yeah, he's super, but he just gets it. He's just savage. No,
he's the size
gets it.
He's the size of a cat right now,
and he just wants it so bad. So it's like normally I wouldn't probably push a dog that fast into that of that.
He's there.
But he's just so on it, So I'm like, well, I don't want to just like hang out in limbo because I feel like he's
well. You don't want to
stifle
that right now either, because then it may turn the switch to something else for him.
Keep the ball rolling, and he's on it. So anyway, he does turn into a whole different animal, which is super cool.
I couldn't believe it was Rudy for a moment.
Yeah, So it's fun. It is super fun. It's neat because he's got like the off button. So he comes in the house and he wants to lay down on his pillow and get his belly rubbed and be that type of dog and super mellow. And then you put him outside and he's like up in the cart, up in the truck, like, hey, where are we going? And every bird that flies by, oh my gosh, every bird, he's like looking at this bird up in the air and watching it fly off. And
well, even like 3 weeks ago, so he was maybe 12 weeks at that time, he was grid searching for a scent.
Just looking for something.
Yeah, grid search. You could see him. He was making sure he did not miss on anything in the area he was working.
Unfortunately, it's probably something to eat that was nasty, but he was on a mission no matter what.
You can't train a lot of dogs to do that. And when you get a dog that's just born to do it, it's so amazing.
Well, and you hit that on the head. They call that like finding the dog that just wants it. What makes a good dog, which there's a ton of good dogs, and what makes an outstanding, great dog, which is only a few in your lifetime, even with the amount of dogs that I deal with, which is like 11.
Yeah, you have a whole kennel.
I have 11 dogs right now that I'm working with. And, trying to find great ones, it's not training. I can train a Chihuahua to do 90% of the stuff that I do with hunting.
Right.
But to having a dog that the second they get out there, that's the only thing that they're thinking about. And they just get it.
Well, and the training is different because they're born with it. They're born with that innate want to do the thing that you're wanting them to do.
Yeah, they just want it.
So obviously, I have Vinny.
Yeah.
She's a sable shepherd from Czechoslovakia. She was a Schutzen 3 champion. So like her skill set now is definitely slightly less than, when we were working full time, because now Kay Miller has turned her into a house dog who wears bandanas and shirts. And
little bow ties on her.
Lays on her back,
collar.
On her back and stretches out. But she's a 1% dog. She's a champion, Schutzen 3 champion. Like every box is checked for her.
Okay.
And Anthony, our dog trainer from Metro Dade Canine, if you're looking for an amazing dog, Metro Dade Canine is where you want to go. That's
for that style of dog.
Yeah, that's a completely free plug because he is the best at canine style, military style trained dogs, not hunting dogs. But when we got Vinny from Anthony, he was like, dude, this dog, yes, we had to train her, but it was so bred into her that it was like,
you just kind of nurture.
You're just like, yes, that's exactly what we want. Or like that, but with a little less of this. And I mean, I worked there for just a second in the dining room when you got here. And I mean, that is mostly breeding and genetics with an amazing trainer on top of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you deal with.
Yeah. And I think good trainers just take that natural ability and they just keep kind of pushing it in that direction, and just trying to see what that dog is capable of doing. Because like I said, it with hunting dogs, I mean, yes, there's some training stuff, that, especially with the lab and retrieving and hand signals. And there's some really, really technical stuff that's not necessarily bred in, but to having a dog that goes out and just wants to really find birds and really produce and understand wind and understand his nose and what he's smelling, how far it is away. You can't train.
And what direction.
You can't train that.
Because I'm smelling it here doesn't mean it's here.
Right. I can put them in scenarios. I mean, I always try to stick them in the right area so the wind's blowing across and making sure they catch it. And I pick certain days when the wind conditions are better and this sense can better. So I put more odds in his favor to nurture, that already instinct that they have. But
it bolsters their
They
confidence.
have it, or they don't, or they kind of have it. And
kind of have it's a great house dog.
For sure. And I think that's what most dogs are. And I think, there's some lines that have been kind of dirtied up a little bit with, people just keep breeding for house dogs and kind of, in my opinion, kind of diluted the drive in hunting dogs.
Sure.
Which I don't like myself, but I understand it because you can't have a crazy machine in the house.
Everybody wants a chocolate lab.
And I think that's actually one of the breeds that have been diluted a lot. And I get it because, a lot of people live in, in the town or whatever. And you can't have a crazy, wide open, get it done dog all the time.
If you open the door and the dog sees
runs
a bird.
Out and whatever. I mean, that's just not logical. I get it. And that's why a lot of guys are serious into the hunting side of it. They go to specific breeders that hey, these are all hunting bred dogs. And in fact, a lot of those breeders won't even sell them to a person that's not going to hunt them. They're hey, we really want our dogs.
We need these dogs doing.
Yeah, we need them doing this, and even better if you say, hey man, I hunt 3 days a week, 4 days a week or whatever. And this dog's going to see, the field this much. And they're like, oh heck yeah, dude.
Let's get you together.
Yeah, here you go. I want you to have this dog then. And, then the breeder can even dial you in a little bit to oh, wait, this dog's probably going to fit your program.
This is more of a once a week hunter. This one isn't.
Yeah, it's
this one is so high drive that if you're not out 3 days a week,
you better be going.
You're going to lose a kennel wall.
Yeah, for sure. And most of mine are that way, but then they're also not house dogs, except for.
But they're all still lovers, which is so weird.
Super lovey. But yeah, if I
you
open
have
up
a horse stable full of dogs.
Yes.
And every one of them just wanted to lick and get their head pet for a second.
And
then they're just
standing at the door.
Are we going to work? Because when that big door opens,
it's go time.
They put us in the thing and we go do the birds.
Yeah. And I want them to be, at that point, I want them to be burning a trail, across the field, getting after it.
Yeah, just go.
And that's the dogs that I want. But I also don't have that dog in my house.
See, I am the guy that fucked it up For like the dog
Your
breeders
poor
that you're
dog.
talking about.
No.
Well, they're like,
you're just like, hi.
they're like, we don't want this dog. You know, they're like, this is an amazing hunting dog. Please do not make it
a house dog.
just a
ruin
family
him.
house dad.
Just
Because this
kidding.
dog has, I have a Schutzen 3 champion, $20,000 dog
Wearing bandanas.
that wears bandanas and eats.
Yeah.
So my wife puts whipped cream in her coffee every morning.
Of course.
Vinny knows that they're getting whipped cream together in the morning. They come down together. Kay Miller
It's
makes
their
her coffee,
program, their
she
ritual. Yeah.
puts it on, and then Vinny sits up and she just right into her mouth. Vinny doesn't let a drop hit the. I'm like, this
That's
is what
fine.
we're doing.
That's where I get hypocritical. I'm like, one part of me is like, oh my gosh, you got this dog that's got this drive and this whatever to go get crap done.
Yeah.
And you're turning him into a house dog and it hurts my feelings.
Right.
But then on the flip side, I'm like, dude, it's your dog. Do what you want, man.
Here's the thing. Vinny is becoming a house dog, but Vinny's also bred and genetically
There's enough in
built
there.
for it. If she needs to go anywhere, she takes Vinny. And guess what? Not a single person
Right.
needs to have a conversation with her that's unnecessary.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Vinny looks it.
Looks the part. And he's still got enough in there. And
She will go.
it would be go
She
time.
will-
It wouldn't take that much.
No, and we've specifically worked with Kristen to be
A handler.
the handler, like since we've come home, especially because I'm pretty safe.
For sure.
Like if I need the dog, I've already there's a lot that went wrong.
Yeah. We're already in a hole.
Right. Whereas we've set it up so she I take bites from Vinny all the time, but I have her being the handler that's setting it up, that fires her up, that keys her up, that uses her keywords, and then sends her on me, so that if there's ever a situation that she's out in public, that there's no confusion about what Vinny's hearing. She's hearing it from the person who has been sending her on the bite for a long time.
Biting you. So if you ever mouth off,
She won't bite me. We're the bond is so strong.
Yeah.
If she sees me in the bite sleeve,
It's a different story.
she knows.
She's focusing on the sleeve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, that's my dad and he's got the thing.
Right.
So I don't think she could
I don't think so
send
either.
Vinny on me. Even, I just don't think
Yeah. I don't
would
think
happen.
so either.
Now,
But it's interesting.
another person, if you're standing in my front yard and she says, you need to leave,
Right.
and then she says a few very choice
I'm going to send the dog
check words
in a different language.
There's
Game
a
on.
switch that happens in Vinny
Yeah.
where she gets down in her haunches and just the bark is guttural. It's like a whole different line.
Just turned into that instinct mode on. And people are, even
most
people are that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can be super house guy and, run around and just do normal dude things. And then all of a sudden, like at the Texas ranch or whatever, and we got to get sideways,
Let's go.
and got to get our hands dirty and get to work. And then all of a sudden you'll see a different side of people and you're like, whoa, dude.
Isn't it crazy?
I didn't think you were like that.
Isn't it crazy? You can bring 5 guys, and in your mind, when they get there, you can pick out, okay, that guy will run towards the danger.
And I do all
that guy
this.
will do it. That guy will do it. And then sometimes the 3 guys that you said, these guys will run toward danger with me, are like,
standoffish or
and the guy that
hesitant
looks like Opie Taylor and couldn't do a thing is on your flank, ready.
or to get after
He
it.
may not have the skill to do it, but he's got
the drive.
all the want to.
Yeah.
And if you're going, he's going.
It's interesting. I've seen some crazy stuff, especially with the hog dogs and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and running in there with just a knife because I don't allow guns on that deal. And a lot of guys are like, oh yeah, I'm so in. And then those are the first guys who are like, oh man, I don't know. But then you see some other guys are kind of quiet and they go like Bates Motel.
Yeah.
It's scary.
They
You're
start
like,
looking at you through their eyebrows.
yeah, and you're like, holy smokes, dude.
Can we drink the
Chill
blood?
out. Just easy.
They're racing the
wants you to
dogs.
be excited, but dang, man, you need to bring this down a notch.
I need
It's
to know that
interesting.
you're not going to be wearing a skin suit in the morning.
Weird. It's so weird. It's interesting. It's interesting whether it's dogs or people, like what's
anything.
inside and what it takes to bring it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, is it something you can wake up and put to sleep quickly on either side? Or is the fuse so long that it's it's been a problem for you're too deep in now.
That's weird. Yeah.
And it happens with everything, Yeah. I mean, there's dogs that Metro Dade gets in that they train. We almost bought a male sable and brought her home when we came home with Vinny, because this dog, he brought it in from Czechoslovakia, trained it, started his training there, finished his training at Metro Dade. Man, I walked this dog was amazing, like top to bottom. This dog, and Vinny's a big girl.
Yeah.
This boy made Vinny look like she was standing next to him.
They always get so much like fuller chested, they get all like stout and stocky looking and just look badass.
Like a wolf. This dog was like wolf size.
Oof.
Like, this dog was
big
dude. Like velociraptor feet.
Claws sticking out, teeth everywhere. Yeah.
But the most docile, loving, but the dog would bite. The dog would hit. The dog, all the obedience was there. And they put this dog completely through drug training. It was going to go work for Carnival Cruise Lines as one of their detection dogs.
That's cool.
And the dog's scent pickup was 10 out of 10. Like, if they brought this dog out and worked it in front of you for 10, 15 minutes, work through all the you'd be like, oh, got to have this dog. He said, hey, here's the deal, dude. This is like a $30,000 dog. I'll sell it to you for like $6,000. I was like, why? He goes, because this dog is one of the best dogs we've ever trained.
Okay.
Scent work is amazing for about 30 minutes.
And then what?
It's time to take a nap or...
Really?
It's done. Like the dog wants it. Go.
Like gasses out or
no,
what?
not even a gas tank problem.
Just loses interest?
Just done. Like, I'm the best there is until now. And then I just want to go over there and lay in the shade.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
He was like, this would be the perfect dog for you to breed Vinny with, because they're both really big structurally. They're
right.
Like genetically, they're great. They're I mean, everything about him is great. He said, but you probably won't get many drug dogs.
Interesting.
But the dog would hit every drug. Boom. Perfect. And then just be like, that's enough.
I mean, I have like dogs that like are super on and then they just kind of gas out.
Yeah.
But man,
I've
not seen one really like lose interest.
Not a gas tank problem at all.
Just be like, oh, butterfly.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Thinking about it now, if Anthony
still
had
probably
that
would
dog,
have worked. Yeah, I mean, still would work for what you're doing here. It's not like you're, working him every single day and finding drugs.
I'm not working him at all.
People or whatever. So
actually,
probably would have worked out.
Had to stop Vinny from finding the marijuana.
Jeez.
But if he still had that dog, I would probably buy it today.
Yeah,
and bring it home.
Sounds like,
because it was just such a. And Vinny is very alpha, like super alpha.
Alpha female, yeah.
Our house dogs, we can't have them together. Because our house dogs act like house dogs. And they do that thing where they like bite each other's necks and roll around and wrestle. Well, she's never been exposed to that in her life. Anytime something came at her to bite her neck was a problem.
Yeah.
So when the dumb house dogs want to play with her, she's like, oh, you need to know who the boss is. Right. I see what's going on here. And she would just decimate.
Right. And that's not all bad as long as there's a good stopping point. As long as it doesn't get out of control. I don't mind a dog like, hey, get off me. She
will put them down. Like
it gets to be a little much, yeah.
She doesn't understand. When we got her, she'd never been in a house.
Yeah.
She'd never been around another dog that wasn't working.
Right.
So if I bring her with a working dog, she can work right next to him all day. I bring my German Shepherd mix down, and she's like, do you need me to get rid of this trash?
Take this house dog out.
She won't do it.
Huh?
And she's also very reward dominant. So a ball is a huge reward to her. The ball is like,
I see that with a lot of like drug detection dogs and bite dogs and all that. They use a tennis ball for rewards.
The ball to her is the lotto.
Right.
Like, she did the best thing in the world.
Right.
Now, if we go out in the backyard and her and Ranger are sitting right there and I throw the ball and Ranger goes to get the ball with her, there will be only one dog that arrives at the ball. Right. She just can't, you can't.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like we try to work it out of her, but it's really difficult.
Yeah.
And it's getting better.
I think alpha females, I mean, they're good in my opinion. I mean, I have multiple females in the barn that, I mean, I'm surprised they don't lift their leg to pee, but they'll mark and scratch ground and, all kinds of crazy stuff. You're like, what is your deal, dude? But I don't know. They
she's
sure work
so
good.
Alpha. I mean, it's hard to get that out of her.
Yeah.
It's
especially
really
at this,
hard.
Yeah, and then the longer it's been, the harder I think it is.
That's how she was. I mean, it's how she was bred. It was what she was bred for, to be an alpha, to be in charge.
And not that an old dog can't learn new tricks, but it's definitely harder. I think.
And you can't. I mean, it's hard to train what they were bred to do.
Yeah.
But
right or wrong. I mean, same thing with the bite dogs in Texas.
Here's like with Vinny, I have little grandkids. Little, like I have everything from like 1 year. I have one that's less than a year, like 6-7 months, 1 year, all the way up to like 7 years old. And they run. And they're loud and cackly. When we first brought Vinny home, she didn't know what to do with them. She was like, oh my God. And then for a short period of time, she thought she was supposed to be the mom and she would herd them.
Huh, interesting.
Like if one of them started to run and they were little, she would like run and block them and not bite them, but like mouth them over, like make them go over to where there's carpet or where, and they just couldn't run. You could not run. Because she would herd them back or run in front of them and stop them.
Interesting.
Now, she's pretty good. The one thing she's learned is that they have snacks in their hands most of the
Always,
time.
And they're sticky and they got stuff all over their fingers and their face.
And she will lick. But, I mean, that was like the big thing was we came home, there's grandkids here, we have to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's not a biter. Like she doesn't bite. Like you have to tell her to go bite.
Right.
It's not like she's like, I don't like that person, I'm going to bite them. You have to be like, you don't like that person.
Yeah.
And they're going to hurt me. So go.
Right.
So it wasn't really a concern like that as much as it was because she's big and because she's so dominant. You had to be careful. Like we had to teach her how to act with the littles.
I could see that.
I wish we could teach her how to act with the dogs. It's getting better.
Yeah.
So we'll put her in her kennel or we'll put her in a muzzle in a downstate and walk the other dogs by or put her in her kennel and have the other dogs in the living room playing. And every time she even like turns her head to look, it's just crack, crack. Just teaching her that's so no go.
Yeah.
But then the dogs start wrestling and she's like, do you need me to kill them?
Kill them.
It's bad.
It's probably a little dramatic.
No, it's not.
No?
No, not even a little bit.
Ay.
Yeah.
Huh.
She doesn't understand it. She like I said, she'd never been in a house.
Right.
She'd never seen furniture. Like the first days we have her, she jumped on the dining room table.
Yeah. What are we doing up here? This is cool.
I'm like, bro, that's the dining room table. That's a hard no.
I'm sure all my barn dogs would be that way as well. Bring them in the house. I brought a couple in the house and they're actually super timid. They just like sit there in the corner and like look around like, I don't know about all this.
She grid searches the whole house. And then jumps on top of everything, making sure now she doesn't at all. She's like, oh, this is a house. They probably have a dog bed in here for me somewhere.
There's a cushy bed somewhere.
Yeah.
Just got to find it.
Dude,
That's what she's grid searching for. Snacks.
She has a loft bed in our bedroom. She's spoiled. And spends most of the night laying between us sideways with her paws in my back.
Cute.
No. Uncomfortable.
Sucky.
But she's the baby. So anyway, that's dogs for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I can do that. We're here to talk about your stuff, not my stuff. alloutadventuresusa.com. We're going to do more big guy trip stuff.
Yeah.
That's the big key for
us.
I think,
it used to be like, it was like, I don't know. I like to like keep things very organized and like, this is what we're doing.
I make you crazy, huh?
I know. you're all over the place. It's hard.
Oh, I love it.
But it used to be like, hey, this is a hog hunting deal. Like, I don't want to do anything else. Yeah. Like, we're going to go out at this time. We're going to go shoot pigs. We're going to come back and you're going to go to bed. And then we're going to do it tomorrow. And then we'll send you on your way. And, you know, there's so much more things that can be done there. There's so much more knowledge that I have about things that I'm really wanting to share. I'm like, hey, I'm super comfortable with where I'm at. I feel like I have enough info and knowledge and feel comfortable with that knowledge to be like, hey, let me show you some cool stuff.
Right.
And then we've tried it out a few times. There's a men's group that comes up, a bunch of really cool dudes, and it's like a lot of accountability type stuff that they do, and it's a really neat group. But anyway, you know, they're like, hey, well, what else can we do? So I'm like, oh, well, let's do this and let's do that. And that's kind of morphed into all these other things. And, you know, I've showed them this and showed them that, and showed them how to clean meat and showed them how to butcher, you know, showed them some basic shooting stuff and, you know, a little bit more advanced stuff and a little bit of moving, a little bit of drawing, a little bit of gun cleaning, a little bit of, you know, accessorizing and of your AR or whatever. Right. Anyway, so it's just turned into all this other stuff. And so now we're like planning more weekends built around that, which, you know, it's exciting.
There's an amazing bond that can happen in a group of guys just learning to be men again.
Yeah.
And I think society has neutered men for a long time to the point where I guarantee if you go all the way around my cul-de-sac, you're not going to find a guy that could lead his family into the wilderness and survive if necessary.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, and how likely, I don't know, but it's still good stuff to know. Right.
How likely, but if I would rather, what do they say? Have and not need than need and not have.
Or the whole gardener in a war rather than a warrior in a garden, that whole deal. Yeah, totally. And I think that's where the knowledge needs to come in. And it's weird though how guys like, oh man, I'm never going to be in that situation or whatever. I'm like, okay.
Until you are.
And then they go do it though. And then they like, you kind of unlock that little bit of a primal man, like, you know, and he's like, dang dude, like maybe I do. Maybe I need to make sure I'm up to par with this, and this in case something were to ever bad happen. Like, I need to know how to do some crap.
In simple things, I have a lot of friends that aren't into the stuff that we're into. I mean, obviously, I was a bounty hunter. You know, I did the stupid YouTube show. We've done a lot of crazy stuff, but I've been always kind of very like guy, like man-based stuff. And it's amazing to go out with friends that I've known for 15 years, 20 years. And we're out in public and I'm watching how completely unaware they are in all of their surroundings. And then you start a conversation with them and they almost laugh it off like they would never.
Yeah. That's never going to happen.
That's silly. Like,
why would
I'm like, dude, why are you walking with your face in your phone? Could you identify any problems that we just walked by? And they're like, oh, dude, you're just so paranoid about it. I'm like, it doesn't cost me anything to be aware. It doesn't cost me anything to understand.
And it doesn't have to be from a tactical standpoint. I mean, just be aware, like a freaking car loses control and starts heading your way and you got to get off the freaking, the sidewalk or whatever. Be aware of whatever it is.
Anything.
There's an old man that goes to stumble and you want to try to get there to help him out.
You could be the one close enough to help him.
It doesn't have to be like a full-blown, draw your gun, go to work type of situation. Just be aware of your surroundings.
And that's more of what I meant. It's not like, did you see that guy over there? That was the problem. Yeah. How many times have I had to draw my gun and use it in real life? None.
Hopefully never.
And I hope to never have to. But I also believe that you can set yourself up in situations to continue to not have to do that.
Yeah.
How many have you ever went into, you go to a festival or you go to a this or you go to a that and you're walking, maybe you have your wife and a daughter, a couple kids with you, and you're walking along and you see like most people just like, walking as sheep in a line, and then you see that group of guys that are kind of up to no good, that are looking for a problem.
Just have a different look on their face, yeah.
And you see them almost trying to pick out the person to mess with, even if it's a little bullying, maybe it's not, kill them and rob them or steal from them, but it's
nothing that dramatic, right?
But just being, if you can't fight, you should be vigilant in being aware of your surroundings at all times.
Yeah.
If you can't fight
and avoid.
You can't
that
shoot,
way you can avoid, right?
I could steer my wife and my children away from a situation that they have no idea they just got steered away from just by being aware of my surroundings.
Right.
And then I don't have to get beat up in front of my wife. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically,
don't have to be in the situation.
If you're not a fighter, if you're not a gun guy, if none of these things fit your category, you should be the most aware.
Yeah. And what's so important on your phone anyway? That you have to get on it walking from the restaurant to your car or whatever?
Or just anything. Walking through a crowd and not scanning around and making sure. And like you brought up, could be anything. It could be you see an elderly couple and it's been hot all day and the man just doesn't look like he's walking real good. Sure. And his elderly wife is not going to be able to help him to a car or to a safe situation. And you're like, wait a minute, I know we got to go over there, but I'm just gonna kind of stay this way for a few minutes in case they need something.
I bailed out of a truck the other day, a little bit ago, at a Verizon store. There's a set of stairs going up at the Verizon store, and I was pulling up by there to leave, and there was an old man and his wife, and he was trying to get up the stairs, and he couldn't get his feet up high enough to get up the stairs or whatever, and he was getting whatever, and his wife was standing behind him, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
If he goes down, they go down.
So I threw the hazards on, bailed out of the truck, left the door open. I'm like, crap, this old man falls. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But anyway, just trying to be helpful, and we got to figure it out. But, just being aware, and
that's the thing. It doesn't
have to be crazy.
It's not always worried about the bad guy. It's not, you don't have to be crazy, conspiracy theorist.
And paranoid is a good word. You just constantly think everyone's out to get you. And that's not
always it. But there are people that have bad intentions.
For sure.
But there are also situations that could really be made better by someone who A, is willing to step in and help, and B, has enough wherewithal to have recognized that there was a problem that needs to be taken care of.
I think we're also uncovering a bigger issue too, where a lot of people just don't care anymore. They don't want to help. If they did see something, I mean, they have that. There's all kinds of shows or video clips or whatever where a guy pretends to be blind or whatever, and all these people walk by him on a set of stairs or whatever.
Right.
People don't
drops his cane
anymore. Can't find or whatever. There's all kinds of, and the amount of people that walk by that is just crazy. So I mean, I think we're opening up a bigger can of worms with people and just a mindset of, hey, I'm in it for myself and I'm not here to help anybody else out. And you're on your own and whatever. So I mean, unfortunately, it all goes hand in hand, I think, to a point.
On top of that, and it's going to be unpopular with the short bang crowd.
You're going to pull this out?
If you have blue hair and short bangs, you're going to get mad. But men have been emasculated to the point where it's almost unacceptable to be the leader of your family or to be a person that society could even lean on in a bad situation. It's become taboo to be masculine, Masculine, there's a difference between masculine and toxic masculinity. But now all masculinity is being labeled as toxic masculinity, to where you can't be you're so shunned or looked down upon, or the phones come out and start filming you for just being a good guy in a situation. They want to beat the guy out of guys. And
I see videos of this, on social media and whatever, but I live out in boonies.
You live where guys can still be guys.
It's just I don't see it, but I mean, I see videos of, even
I see
Denver and stuff and crap like that, and I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around it yet, but I mean, I don't know. It's interesting.
I see it all the time. And let's take something that let's go back to Airsoft for a second. How many times have you looked around staging and went, how does that guy even pick up his gun? Because they become so feminine or so emasculated that it's almost like you can see the guy that's there for the first time with his friends and he's like,
just looks super awkward. Yeah.
And I hate to say, it's not, I hate toxic masculinity. I really do. There's no place for it whatsoever. It's stupid. It's, the Neanderthal knuckle dragger. Everybody has to listen to me because I'm the man. Blah. That's not what we're talking about. That's not the masculinity that we're even referencing or thinking about. It's just allowing men to be men, or giving that space that men can feel comfortable in if they have to step into a situation that they're not immediately going to get attacked because they tried to help.
Right.
I told a story a while back. I think I told it on the podcast where there used to be a Village Inn over off of like 90th and Wadsworth. I was coming out of a shopping center there, and I was pulling around, and there was a guy smacking the shit out of his girl in the parking lot. Naturally, I don't like to see girls get beat up. It's this weird thing in my brain that says that's bad. Don't do that. So I screech the car over, get out, and I check this dude and get him off of, and he's like still going, and he's coming at me. So we had a discussion. But then somebody from the restaurant had called the cops, which is fine with me. That's great.
Which is good.
The cops get there, and of course, they're like, they don't know exactly what's going on. Yeah. So they're kind of aggressive towards everybody. They separate us. The girl that's getting beat up rejoins her partner, and they turn the story on me.
She could have done it out of fear, maybe, or something like that.
Just
I guess.
So crazy.
But
but that's the thing. Right. Like, as a man, you're like, I feel the need to step in and make sure that girl is not getting beat up. Mm. But now society, like now she's like, I can fight with my man, but if you defend, like if you do something to him, we're both gonna get. And I'm like, that's society.
I'm just trying to help you, dude.
I'm like, dude, you're getting the shit beat out of you. Like, I could have done a lot worse.
Yeah.
And now this is how it is. But I mean, that's just like the world now today is that you're not allowed to be that. And there's 70 people getting in. It's a Village Inn on a weekend. It's not like the parking lot's empty. And people are just filtering by. None of my business.
Yeah. Don't even look. Yeah. Look, glance like, oh, crap.
Oh, God, that's bad. Let's go over here.
Let's go this direction.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand society and how it works today. And I mean, obviously, I'm getting older, and my views have changed. Yes, my views change ever so slightly, and I become less popular with whatever the society is today. And I think I'm just okay with that now.
Yeah,
I would rather not be accepted fully, but also, even if you're a person that doesn't accept me and something bad is happening to you, at the end of it, you're going to be like, I'm kind of glad that guy was there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, it definitely feels like a dying mentality for sure.
Well, and for you, this is the question that I was trying to get to. Wow, my brain, and came back.
We're back though.
Yeah. Watch this. The question I had for you, because of the lifestyle you live out, way out, away from town, on a ranch, big ass ranch.
Closest neighbor is like a mile and a half.
Yeah, there's nobody. They could never hear you squeal. I'm coming up. No, but for you, it's like the last hurrah of guys out who live out there, or like the Texas, ranch for the hog, where it's, guy's gonna be wearing jeans and boots and probably has a pistol on, and there's probably a gun in the back of the pickup.
Every vehicle, yeah. Yeah, most of the time, like even at like the local cafes, like nobody takes their keys. All the keys are in all the trucks. Like I was raised, you leave keys in the truck in case someone needs to move it.
Get there.
Yeah, or someone needs it for something, you've got to have it ready to go, you know?
And it's like you're like that last piece of, because when you come to town or when you come around here and you look around, you can look, when you pull on my street, you're like, there's not a guy out here that could clean a deer.
No, for sure.
Huh.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's just, I don't know if it's I guess it's a location. I don't know what it's where it comes from.
You have but it's just become so acceptable.
It's just the new norm, I guess.
To neuter yourself to a point where groceries are bought at the grocery store.
Right.
Don't you go hunt and bring food home.
I did that with the kids, full blown. So at one point we had 3 teenagers in the house and my mother-in-law, and there was no way I was going to the store and buying meat
That much
to
meat?
feed everybody.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm on a mission. I'm going to make sure we don't have to go to the store for meat. So it was a bunch of trips to Texas and deer from Wisconsin and, all this other stuff. FYI, for a full year, it was about 27 animals a year to feed the family.
Wow.
Who knows that number? Like, there's not that many
That's
dudes
a
that know.
big number.
It's a huge number, right? And you're like, holy, that seems like a lot. Because you go buy it at the store 1 pound at a time or whatever.
You talk to people and they're like, hey, I was thinking about getting a side of beef. Do you want to split it? And they're like, oh yeah, we could both eat for the whole year on that. And I'm like, or 27 animals to feed.
Yeah, 27. And some of a lot of those were pigs, right?
Right.
And some were smaller and so the sizes,
Right.
whatever. It was just a good average, about 27. And it got to be funny to where, like even the wife, she'd be like looking in the freezer and she goes, are you leaving anytime soon? Like, this is looking a little sparse. You probably ought to do something to fill this up.
We're on pork chops for the next couple of weeks.
But it was really interesting, and we did it for years. And it was neat. And I had all the kids help, so they all know. And whether they choose to in their adult life, I don't care. I mean, do you? But I want you to know where it comes from.
Here's a skill set at least.
Yeah, here's this, and I want you to start from this point to all the way to putting it in your mouth, basically. I want you to see the whole process. Now, again, whether you choose to do this later, I don't really care. But I want you to know it just does not come in a piece of cellophane wrap on a, display or whatever. Like, I want you to know where it comes from. And if you need to, you know how to do this.
The crazy thing about that whole situation that you just described is in the city, especially our beautifully democratic republic of
easy.
What you just described to a lot of people in society is abuse.
Oh, I guess I didn't think about that.
You abuse those children.
Oh, the children. I was thinking animal abuse at first, but yes, okay.
You abuse those children. You force.
I did not think about that.
You abuse them all.
Huh. I tried really hard on the way here. I'm like, hey, man, think about what you say before you open your mouth. But I did not think about that.
Society's that way.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, you ask your children if they're abused. They'll say no. Ask society, and they'll say those children are abused. We need to step in and we need to stick up for those children because they don't even realize they've been abused. You force them to do things.
The abuse is just going back to our roots and
isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where you come from and where you live, that's called raising your children.
Yeah.
And then you come into the People's Republic of Colorado where the blue is.
Right.
And it's you've abused those children. Like, you're a terrible human being.
Wow.
You're bad.
Okay. Well, I've heard worse, I guess.
You're bad. You taught those children how they could survive if they absolutely needed to.
Yeah. And that their food just doesn't come from a piece of cellophane wrap or whatever.
Did you let them at least identify as cats while you were doing it?
No.
No?
No. I don't like cats.
Dude, they're probably going to take those kids.
It's a good thing they're all adults. Statute of limitations got to be over by now, right?
But it's crazy. Is that not crazy?
That's super crazy.
It's That's the world, dude.
Yeah,
that is truly the world. You would not think twice about it.
No, I haven't.
Nor should you.
I didn't even know what you were talking about at first.
Nor should you think twice about it. But society now, if you can't allow them to identify as a cat and use a litter box and make sure that they have a safe space to process, the TV show that they watched.
And I don't know if I want to get started on the whole parenting thing.
Bad, dude.
That's a rant. That's another whole episode.
Oh, trust me. I watch it happen.
Or lack thereof.
I watch it happen all over and I'm
we really tried to make sure that our kids were, fully functional adults and ready to handle anything and do what they want to do.
I have 4 daughters.
Sorry.
I intentionally raised each and every one of them to be an independent, complete bitch.
On purpose.
100%. I also raised them to have an expectation.
Right.
That if the shit hits the fan, the dude they're with is going to step up and be right shoulder to shoulder with them, digging out or leading the way.
Yeah.
And
I think just setting good expectations is just good anyway.
Anymore, like the way I never hit my kids. Never. My kids, their manners in public, impeccable. And even if they started to get what I would consider loud, but other people would have not even noticed, and they look over and they're like, oh, self-regulate. You be quiet. You're not getting us all in trouble. And they would handle their business. I could take my kids anywhere. I could take my kids to a business meeting to close a multi-million-dollar deal, and you would not even know that they were in the room. But I also gave them the freedom when we were in the house to be kids.
Right.
You know, I mean, you don't have to be silent.
It's that balance, right?
I want you to be a kid. Like, I want you to live life and be a kid.
Right.
I raised them with an expectation that they can do it themselves. And if they meet somebody that they want to be in a relationship with, that they're going to have the expectation that that person at least has as strong a drive or independence as they do, so that they're building something together, not just
hindering each other.
Yeah, dragging someone through the mud to try to bring them up to your level. And I mean, there's some boys I should probably apologize to, because you want to talk about savage. Dude, I raised some savages. My daughter Gracie broke up with a dude because she didn't like how he ate.
Okay, like loud or like open it, like eat with his mouth open. Crunch too loud.
I don't even think it was bad. I really don't. She was like, I'm like, oh, what? I was kind of a dick.
What?
If they started dating a guy or seeing a guy and I didn't think he was going to last, I wouldn't even learn his name.
Yeah, you're like, okay, this isn't gonna work.
I would
anyway.
just give him a name,
right?
Because I didn't care,
right?
And I was like, hey, where's that
one guy?
Where's that
with
Eric?
Like whatever.
Eric.
Yeah.
She's like, you mean Jeff? I'm like, yeah,
whatever.
Eric. I called him, and she's like, oh, yeah, he didn't make it. I couldn't stand.
Didn't make the cut, kind of thing.
I couldn't stand the way he ate, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know. There's just something weird about it, so I broke up with him. But that's how I raised them. But now in society, having independent, strong girls like that is, I mean, it's
and they're productive. I bet. I mean, I bet they get crap done, and that's for sure.
They either do or they don't.
Okay.
You know, sometimes
if they choose to.
Sometimes
that's where the independence thing comes in.
Yeah. Sometimes we accidentally got the independent part completely right. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it would have been a disservice to raise them as princesses or as, you know, in any other way, because looking around at society, I was like, I don't know if
this isn't going to help you.
I don't know if they're going to meet a guy that could lead them or could be a strong backbone in a family. So I'm going to make sure that they're strong enough that A, they're not going to put up with shit, and B, like that you're going to keep up or just move on.
Yeah.
It's not okay either way. They say things to guys like, you know, my dad can fight and shoot, right?
So get your crap together. Get out, right?
And I say things like, dude, I'm 52.
I don't care.
The rest of my life in orange?
I don't really care.
Okay.
I had a buddy that his son was that age, and his son was like mouthing off, and he's like, I don't care, dude. I'm ready. I'm old enough. I'm gonna fight you or whatever. I don't want to name any names, but he said the kid threw a punch, and he said I flat laid him out and scared him to death. And he ran in the house. He called the cops. Cops showed up, hauled him off. 3 days later, the dad comes back. My buddy does, and walks into his son's room and opens the door and goes, "Hey, that's the best 3 days of my life, dude." He's like, I got 3 solid meals. I got to read like 5 books.
And I
slept so good. He's like, so you ever want to try that crap
if you want to get squirrely.
He's like, I'll go back anytime you want.
And the duration doesn't matter.
It's like,
3 days.
I don't even care, dude.
Let's go.
And it never happened again.
I mean, that's honest to God with me. I'm 52. I've accomplished everything that I've really want to in life. And if it came down to it, like honestly, I'm fine.
Yeah.
If someone did something to my wife or one of my kids,
oh my gosh, yeah, that's a whole different deal.
I'm fine.
Yeah, no, that's a whole different.
Like for the okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll take the plea bargain.
I think I've even, because I think when you are deciding to carry a firearm or something like that, you need to make these decisions up. It's kind of like a yellow light at a stop sign or like a street light. Like, are you going to punch the gas or are you going to slam on the brakes?
Because you can't do half.
And at some point you need to make this decision, and the sooner the better, right? So I think, I always try to make this like, hey, where am I going to draw my line? Wherever that is, and whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But I'm going to draw my line at this. But man, that line gets pushed so far when someone of my family is involved.
Yeah, there's no
specifically
line.
Not me. And
you can do whatever you want to me.
Yeah,
I don't give
whatever, right? But someone in my family, or even like a young girl, like in the whole like Sound of Freedom movie came out. Like you watch that movie, gosh, it's hard. Yeah. And you're thinking at the end of that movie, if you're not ready to go,
if you're not
fight,
on a hunt,
you're like, I want to go put my crap on, my full freaking kit, and I want to go to work.
Let's go find.
Let's go. If you're not feeling like that, you need to evaluate your life. I think. So even to that point, where like, man, if that were to ever happen, where I'm at Walmart and some little
if I saw something
kid,
being trafficked,
oh my gosh, I don't even care.
Done.
I don't care if I die. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything I possibly can to eliminate that situation. Yeah. Gosh, I would hope that would never, ever, ever happen. But, even living out in Booneyville, a friend of mine, is a police officer there, and he tells me, he's like, dude, like, there's still this going on. There's still that going on. There was still 7. He told me just last year or maybe just this year, this year, there's been 7 self-defense shootings in the little town or county that I'm in Booneyville. Like, that's in no man's land.
That's 80% of the people in the population shot somebody.
So, it's like, could it still happen? Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, yes, to that point. Yeah, I don't even care.
100%.
Don't even care.
Someone being trafficked or kidnapped, 100%.
Yeah, don't even care.
Fine with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I still think I go 100% into a domestic violence situation.
Right.
Even though I'm a little salty about it.
Yeah, maybe she's just got to come in though. Totally joking. Totally kidding.
The words and opinions stated by Jason.
You drive by like, oh, what is going on there?
No, but it's just that 2 guys fighting. Fight.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Figure your crap out.
Yeah, like someone getting jumped for no apparent reason. I'm probably stepping.
Bunch of dudes, one guy or whatever.
I'm probably stepping in. Like if you see a group of guys just run up and just blast somebody because they think it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm probably in that situation.
Yeah.
Hurt kids or look sideways at one of my kids and we're good. I'm going to finish the job, sit down, wait for the police, take the plea deal. And hopefully some friends come see me once in a while.
Right.
But other than that, I don't care.
Yeah, it's figuring out what to do on that yellow light, I guess.
It's always gas.
It's always gas for you.
It's always gas. It's always gas, dude. If I'm at a yellow light, I'm already decided. One thing I forgot to do. God dang it! If you've watched this far,
how far are we in it?
2 hours plus.
Okay.
Wow. If you've watched this far.
You have nothing going on today.
There's so much more that you could have watched. If you're watching this as the public release, then you missed what happened before we started the episode, and you're going to miss what happens here in just a few minutes when we sign off and turn around and chat with the members. So if you would like to be involved in that part of it, also you get the edited version. In the public release where Kay Miller takes all the cameras and makes it all look pretty and also removes some of the dumb things.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, she removes like the idiot from me a lot and makes it look good. But if you want to hear
I feel like I had a couple of those.
Me be an idiot, just click the join button right down there. It's $1.99 a month. You can become a member. You can watch every episode of the podcast filmed
unfiltered.
Completely live. If you miss it live, there's also a members live section where you could go back and watch it in video on demand, but only members can see those videos. General public can't see that.
Fancy.
Yep, it's there. So click the join button. Now, listen, I get it. Times are tough for everybody. So if becoming a member is not in your world right now, click the subscribe button, turn on the alerts. That way you can see when a new podcast comes out. Usually on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., there's a new episode of the After the Final Bell podcast. But you may want to keep an eye out because there may be an additional podcast coming up real soon. Not saying nothing.
Oh, no, we're not? Oh, okay.
But them All Out boys are crazy.
Just get stuff done.
Yeah. If you've enjoyed this conversation, then wait till you see this with Scott and Justin or Nathan.
That's already too much.
It's going to hurt.
He's not even here.
This is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. Because you're going to be the one going, no,
Easy.
stop, no. Because Scott and I together have zero.
Try to reel everybody in.
It's bad.
I'll need to have notes on like topics and be like, hey, back on topic.
You're probably going to have a syllabus, huh? You're going to bring a syllabus. You're going to be like, these are the sections. This is what we do.
We can branch off a little, but we got to come right back.
You only get this, and then you got to come here.
It's just my personality.
I know. You hate when I.
It's stressful. My personality is stressful.
The first episode,
organized sometimes.
The way that you were introduced to me was through a podcast when Justin was the guest.
Yes.
And you said that I drove you absolutely crazy. Because
it was a rant about bidets or some stuff. Oh my gosh.
You still don't have a bidet, do you?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that.
For Christmas, I'm buying you a bidet. It takes 15 minutes to install it. It's going to change your life.
The point we were getting at.
Christmas.
It's that we were getting into a really cool. You guys were getting into a really good topic with Justin, like bug out bags. I'm like,
I don't remember.
I'm all mowing in the tractor. I'm like, yeah. Now we're gonna get into some stuff.
Go.
Like, never really been a podcast listen to kind of guy, but now we're getting into something, and not even felt like 30 seconds into that, and we're on an hour rant about a bidet, and I'm just like, oh, dude, like, why can't this dude keep on track?
Can't.
So that's why I'm here.
Now you know that.
That's why I'm here.
Right. You've learned that if you want to stay on track,
this is my job for the show.
The only person that can keep it on track is you, because I am not involved in that.
And Scott's going to make it so much worse.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But don't forget,
it'll be interesting no matter what.
Mike and I will be here with After the Final Bell full time. There's no changes getting made there. Just a different look, a different perspective of things from what we do. Yeah. And it's going to be a good time. If you want to feel like you have a group of friends that you can just listen to, we're probably there.
It'll probably be pretty random.
Oh, pretty?
Kind of never know what we're going to talk about, I guess.
You mean all these notes that I keep over here that it looks like I'm like, oh, okay, now we're going to move on to this.
And we didn't touch base on any of them?
Well, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just whatever my brain goes with. I will leave you with Jared Polis is the worst governor ever lived, and he is running us into financial ruin as a state by the day. You don't have to say anything.
I ain't gonna. I don't know anyway. If it doesn't affect how the dogs work that day, I don't really care. No. Until it does, right?
There's still dog food.
Yeah. Still birds out there. Like, until it does, and then I'll be like, son of a gun.
I should have listened a little bit.
Yeah. I try to do what I can do.
Yeah, no, it is.
I just vote when you can and do all that kind of stuff. Do what you can, but
vote with your votes and vote with your dollars, and that makes the world the place that you want to live in.
Well, you can only do so much.
As much as you can. But with that, I think we've reached the end of this rope. So again, click that join button if you can. It'll be great. It keeps everything moving for us. It helps kind of pave the way for the Team Awesome Network to have more podcasters over there. But stay ready for the All Out Boys and everything we have going on. If you like airsoft content or milsim type airsoft content, we're not speed softers. We're not we don't do the weirdo stuff.
That's just different. I got no hate, really.
But we're gonna do some cool stuff over there, and it won't all be airsoft. There'll be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and then I think it'll be even some seasonal type stuff. With the Texas Ranch coming on, there's going to be all kinds of crap going on down there, and
it's going to be cold here.
Get away from here.
So we're going to go there.
So
it's
be a lot going on.
It'll be everything. If it's like the Guys Guy podcast is really kind of what we're looking at. The whole channel will be Guys Guy stuff.
Yeah,
We probably are not going to make creme brulee.
I like it though.
I'll eat it, but we're probably not going to make it. Barbecue, we'll probably be doing some of that.
Justin for sure.
Oh yeah. Did you ever eat off
He likes to cook.
Did you ever eat off his? He had a barbecue truck.
I heard. I did see it in Facebook or whatever.
That
Face.
Yeah. Can make some. Dude.
Make some food, huh?
It's got to be the Tism. Because he's just
Yeah, laser focused.
When it's time, it's time. I'm not saying he has it. I'm just saying it could have nicked him.
Okay.
Like tiny bit. But he mostly beat it.
Good. Glad to hear that.
I did not. But I'm medicated today. Just think of the days that I'm not. Woo! All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Again, Jason Riley, alloutadventuresusa.com. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. You can now find him on TikTok. Go find him on TikTok right now. All Out Adventures on TikTok, because there's a video with Rudy the puppy.
Oh, yeah. And no one gets to watch it because they monetize, or what do you call it? Shadow something?
They shadow ban it because there's guns.
Because there's a gun in there, and
so it's going to say it won't
harvest a bird.
Yeah, because they say you won't reach it'll tell you this video will not reach the For You page.
Yeah.
Basically, you'd have to find it.
But he's so cute,
dude. I'm telling you, if you want to smile right now, go on TikTok, search All Out Adventures, and watch the Rudy video. It's the most recent video on his TikTok. First, click the little follow, and then watch the video. Because Rudy is the cutest dog who ever lived. And I don't care about his Jason skill set. I don't care what he's taught.
That doesn't matter.
No, nothing Jason did matters.
Just him running through the grass is good enough.
Just Rudy after he picks up the bird and decides he's going to go home with it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm off. I'm out, suckers.
He's like, I got it. I'm telling you, if you need cuteness overload, that's the one. Also, I did not forget about Matthew. Matthew is he's like my little brother. He's a business partner. He handles a lot of stuff for me in the UK. He moderates the chat behind us. And I'm telling you, he is the little brother's little brother. Like he is, I beat the shit out of this kid. Not physically, but.
Well, kind of. Roughhousing.
No, he's in England.
Oh, he's not even here.
Yeah. He'll hear this in like 3 to 5 business days when the pigeon arrives. But if he was around,
you've never even seen him in person?
No, we have never physically met.
What an interesting relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. But you want to talk about a kid that's ride or die? I could send that dude into the lion's den of people talking shit about me, and he would come back with bruises because he wouldn't just
bloody knuckles.
He wouldn't come back to tell me what they said. He would have a retort for him in the other room.
Like, don't worry, it's taken care of.
Yeah, well, I don't think he can fight, but he would do his best. He would do his, he wouldn't just leave me out to dry.
Right.
And we take a lot of stock in Matthew.
Nice.
But we're going to end this episode, mostly because I'm out of energy drink. And that could go bad.
Yeah, I'm ready for lunch.
And we got to eat. We've got to eat because this fat kid is having...
like food.
It's 4:00.
Oh my gosh, dude, I almost have to go home and feed dogs. Yeah. We better eat fast. We gotta go.
Yep, we got to get out of here. We'll see you guys. Bye. Peace.
Bye.
Hunt
Thanks for having me, dude.
Hunt hogs and
do guy stuff.